3 of the top 5. Who else we got there, Frankie? I think we could
Lindholm
guess,
at number 1.
Ooh.
We got Hanifin.
Hanifin at 5, I think.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot.
And you're thinking those are much more valuable assets or similar neighborhood? I mean, judging what you've talked about with age.
No, Hanifin's further down because I think he's less likely to move.
There might be a resigning.
So I agree with you, and I think the Flames should try and keep him. I think he's a great asset, but I just think you leave such a hole in your organization if you don't hang on to him. Do what you want, and you only know when you see the other side of the deal how it plays out. But it's still the problem I have with that is it's up to Hanifin, right? Like if he doesn't want to sign, you can't sign him at all cost.
Mm-hmm.
And if Markstrom leaves, if Tanev leaves, and if they're dismantling, is Hanifin going to want to be part of it? That's a tough sell, I think.
So the best way I can explain how I feel about the Hanifin situation is I'm sure some guy out there at some point has been considering, popping the question to their lady, mm-hmm. and it has some kind of feeling like, is she really in it for the long haul? Is this really the fit? And you go out and you spend the money and you buy the ring, and then you find out a year and a half in that this was a really bad idea. That's the sort of trepidation that I would have if I were Craig Conroy, because it's great that you can try and convince him to stay and you roll out the red carpet and you give him the exact deal that he wants, but they already did that once. The Flames actually already got down on one knee and proposed, and Hanifin was like, I'm not really sure about that. And that would make me extremely nervous, because especially if you're a team that is going into what is probably a 2 or 3 year, whatever you want to call it, not a rebuild, a retool. You don't want to get a halfway into that 18 months in and then go, yeah, Hanifin just requested a trade because he wants to play back in the US again. Like, this is his opportunity, his chance to make that statement and become a free agent. The fact that it's not done yet would lead me to believe that he's feeling some of that still as they continue to talk. And perhaps more importantly, hopefully the Flames are feeling some of that, of what I just mentioned.
On the flip side, too, I wonder with him, he's been here for a while now, and he's seen the way we're going to continue to try and put veterans in the lineup and go to free agency and find answers. I think this year, more than any I can remember, it's been clear that if there is going to be a future of winning here, it's through the kids. And Craig Conroy and Jerome, I have faith in those two guys that they see it similarly, and they could sit down with Noah and say, listen, we're not going to July 1 and buying a 30-year-old guy. We're going through the kids. You are going to be a leader on this team. You're going to be able to skate for the rest of your life. This is where it's going. And we may not win the cup next year or the year after, but the vision of this team has changed. I think that's an easy sell. And if he was considering at all staying, the money's still going to be there, if not gotten better, because I think he's had he might have actually made himself a little bit more money from Craig. Sometimes it's the devil, and I get it. If I'm Hanifin, I'm so close now to free agency. I just feel like, why wouldn't I go and see what it looks like? But if he was entertaining it before, is there been so much damage done franchise-wise that he would look at it and say, well, this is not the team this is completely different than 3 months ago, I was going to say.
I don't want to overstate this and make a headline out of it, but everything that I can understand is he doesn't want to play in Canada. Now, maybe that has changed. It's always been amicable. It's been friendly. It's been whatever, but as you get to this juncture, you only arrive there maybe a couple times in your career.
Mm-hmm.
So last time I checked, no matter what's happening on the ice, the Flames still play in Calgary. So maybe I look at things too black and white, but if I were in that spot being Craig Conroy, I'd say, like, look, I'm an American. I've loved living in Calgary. You've been here long enough to know what it's like, but you're either in or you're out. And if you're out, it's all good, but we're moving you. And that's it.
Mhm.
Like, there's no, hey, could we kind of maybe find a way to make this work? Like, you either want to be here and you want to be a Calgary Flame, or you're out.
Next 10 days, they have that chat.
If I'm Craig Conroy, I have that chat during this break.
Yeah.
I absolutely do. But I just say, sign it, or we're going to go down the process of making moves.
And no hard feelings. Like, it is
No,
what it is. You
this
get
is-
your chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get to bitch about guys when they get their opportunity. You don't get to say, "Well, he's a self." No, that's their choice. Go.
They'll get a
But you
haul for him,
also, the
too.
same way, though, you don't get to bitch if you sign the guy to the 8-year contract and then he says that he wants out, because that's also on you then to have figured that out beforehand.
I think
Or
you're in a
stay
spot
cheap.
too,
Yeah.
like with Craig, and if you want to loop Jerome in, like Craig signed a free agent deal to leave Calgary and go to LA. Jerome left for a chance to win / money, all of that. I don't know that I don't think there would be hard feelings. They would get it because both of them did it. So
Yeah. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out more of our content right here on the Flames Nation YouTube page. We had a bunch of great long form interviews. You can check out some videos we've done as well outside of the studio. And of course, if you want more writing or merchandise stuff, flamesnation.ca or nationgear.ca. Appreciate you watching.